Hi there. I'm Christine Dunbar from speechmodification.com, and this is my Smart American Accent Training. Welcome to our Word of the Day series, where I've been taking your requests for words you'd like help pronouncing correctly in American English. Today's request was for the words negativity and positivity. And we're going to look at those words as well as how to pronounce the words negative, negatively, positive, and positively. So we're going to look at what changes when we change the different variants of these words to help you pronounce all of them correctly and to see what those differences are. So first, let's just look at the word negative. And when I just said that now, I said it with a pronounced T, negative. But in natural speech, Americans will often change that T sound to more of a flap, negative. And so I'll rewrite this with some spelling to help you see that. So we can see that negative has first syllable stress. That means my ne syllable is longer, and it has the clear vowel eh, the same vowel as in red and tent. So I'll write that with an E. We often spell the red tent vowel eh with the letter E, ne. So that ne is long. And then my G says g in this word, neg, neg. This letter A is unstressed and is vowel schwa in this word. It sounds like So neg, my g is short, negative. And then this T is a flap, as I said. It sounds more like a light D sound. We have an unstressed, lax I vowel here as well. So I want my gudiv to be short, unstressed, with unclear vowels. Not unclear as in incorrect, but the clear vowel ne is longer, and the unstressed vowels udiv are short and light. So negative. Then when I change to negatively, I have the same syllable stress pattern, and I just add one more short unstressed syllable with my tense E vowel. So you may find it challenging, and often I'll hear accent errors where this li, rather than having that tense E, will sound more like a schwa or an eh, like negatively. So we want to make sure we have that E tense, even though it's quick and light. So that's negatively. And then negativity has some vowel sound changes as well as a syllable stress change. So when I look at negativity, you can hear right away one of the clear things is that this T, is an aspirated T. That's because it starts the stressed syllable tiv. Tiv is my long syllable and is stressed. So in the dictionary, you'll see the same negative. T, my stress symbol before the T. I do have a lax I there, but in this case, it's clear and longer, negativity, and that's where my flap comes in. So I do have one clear T and one flap T here. And if I were to rewrite that in spelling that might be clearer for you, it'll look the same as this, with these being short and unstressed. Rather than negatively, we have negativity. So I use my clear T, negativity. And here's my little short ity ending, sounds like itty. We've seen this in a lot of other words recently in our word of the day, quality, quantity. The ity is challenging for some people because we have to move from our lax I to our tense E, and we tend to use a flap in there. So just practicing itty, and then adding that onto negativity, can help you quite a bit. You'll see this same pattern in words like city and pretty, and as I mentioned before, in lots of words with viddy or liddy suffix. Okay, so negative, negatively, and negativity. Let's practice these in some short phrases, then we'll switch and look at positive, positively, and positivity. I hope that if anyone watching had any COVID testing, that your results were a negative. It reflects negatively on someone when their behavior is not good. There's a lot of negativity in people's attitudes sometimes, and positivity can sometimes help us feel less negative about the world and current events. Okay, so let me erase this and we'll look at next positive, positively, and positivity. Similar patterns happening there. So when I have the word positive, again, I have first syllable stress. The pause is long. This is where spelling and sounds are a little bit different. And that's, I would say, what's tricky about the word positive, that the letter O, because it's stressed in this case, is the ah vowel, as in not and hot. So that looks like this, spelled with the IPA symbol is an A, pa. The letter S in positive is a Z sound. So in the dictionary, you'll see a Z. That helps you avoid the positive, keeping the voice on between those vowels. Posit, we have a lax I vowel. This T, it's not stressed, doesn't start the beginning of the word or stressed syllable, so it's a flap, sounds more like a D. Positive, and then again I have another lax I vowel at the end. So if I were to spell that in a way that might help you envision those sounds and say them correctly, I would probably write it as pa. I wouldn't use an S, I would use a Z. Positive. Long, short, positive. Then when I have positively, interestingly, adding that, I can say positively with stress on the tiv syllable, but it does naturally have still first syllable stress, positively. I think that we use a mix here of that D. In the IPA, this should actually not be a D, it should be a T, flap T. So we can say positively or positively. I think both of those are acceptable. So he reacted positively to the news. I'm positively sure. I don't know why we would use one or the other, but I would say whichever one flows more easily for you and is more comfortable. Typically positive and positively would be how I would do those. And then positivity has the same change that negative and negativity did. So when I have positivity, my stress pattern changes and I have stress on that tiv syllable, the third syllable, rather than the first. The vowels don't change, so I still have pa, z, and there's my stress marker, tivity. And what I want to try here then, just like I did with negativity, is that I want to have short, long. So positive, and my T in this case sounds like a real T, tiv, rather than positive with that flap or more like a D, positively, because this syllable is stressed and longer, I have a clear released T sound, positivity, and there's my itty ending. So I'm not positive that I was as clear as possible, but I'm going to try to look at it positively and express some positivity about how this class went. I tried to cover quite a few words today, but those words are all related, and our request was for that, the requester was saying that negative and positive were easy to say, but negativity and positivity were not. And so I think it's probably that shift in the stress pattern and where you're saying the released T versus the flap T that might be giving you some challenges. Also that itty and the the itty ending is challenging. And so that may be something else to work on, building from that ending back into the word. Thanks so much for that suggestion and for all of the great requests and comments and suggestions that you've given for our Word of the Day series. You can add yours in the comments for this video or any of my videos. I'll be back again tomorrow with another Word of the Day, and tomorrow is Sunday, so we'll have our Phrase of the Week class. That's where we're looking at American English idioms and expressions, telling you about what they mean and helping you to use them to sound more American when you're speaking. And again, we'll be back tomorrow for our channel members with a members only question and answer class. So on Fridays, we have our regular question and answer class where people come and ask about pronunciation, intonation, American accent, and that's open to everyone. And then on Sundays, we have a smaller class that's just for our channel members. If you're interested in learning more about that, you can click the join button for this video or any of the videos and see about different membership options. So no need to become a member if you're not interested, but it's a way to help the channel build and grow and to bring more training options to more people for a very low price. Thank you so much, members, for being a part of the channel, and also everyone who has subscribed. I really appreciate the support, and I look forward to covering your word if you have one. If you have a request, do feel free to leave it. Thanks so much for being a part of class today, and I look forward to seeing you again tomorrow. I'm Christine Dunbar from SpeechModification.com. Remember, if you want to sound American, you can do it. SpeechModification.com. Bye, guys. See you tomorrow.